G'day guys, welcome back. My name is Wildkard. Man, my hair looks bad. What is going on here? My goodness. Anyway, you are here today because, the mighty Chiefs, under the coaching of Clayton McMillan, has won the minor premiership for Super Rugby season 2025. Really well done. The team actually started off this season a little bit shaky, to be honest. Everybody thought the Chiefs probably wasn't going to be the favorites running, of winning the minor premiership. Now they're looking like probably going to just win it all outright by the end of the season. But yeah, this was another outstanding performance. Clayton McMillan has polished up a lot of the early mistakes of the teams. The teams kind of started off the season, a lot of little handling errors. Like we had periods where David McKenzie couldn't catch the ball for some reason, to what we saw tonight and what we saw last week. Just outstanding, polished, well-oiled machine, and just the speed that the Chiefs was able to operate just like they did, especially like the first half of this game. They're able to operate flawlessly is really quite impressive. And I was pretty impressed with the Bordeaux Beglers performance in the Champions Cup final, where the speed that they were operating, the French team's speed that they were operating was almost the level of the French national team. The speed that the Chiefs operated tonight, I think probably, if not better, just as fast, but with better handling, in my opinion. The Chiefs had much more clinical, much fewer errors, despite operating at a much higher speed. So really well done. And again, another just testament of Clayton McMillan. It's sad to see him going overseas to Ireland, but I think that the Chiefs, it has been left in a pretty good hands, in good condition after his outstanding job. The fact that the Chiefs are picking towards the end of the season and not, did not pick at the early part of the season. Again, it shows really good planning and, really good player management overall throughout the season, from the top dogs. And again, coaching from Clayton McMillan. It really well done. I'm very impressed with this team's performance, especially in the first half. Just it looked like they were going to blow out Highlanders by another 70 points or 80 points like they did last week, and then only to take the gas off a little bit, I think. Maybe trying to manage potential injuries and maybe trying to, save some of that energy for the finals that are coming up. But yeah, we're taking, and there's no knock on the Highlanders. The Highlanders did really well to get themselves back in the game. Again, every week the Highlanders gets beaten down, and they fight themselves back into the game, no matter who it is against. Again, showing resilience, showing heart, and that's, I think, why a lot of the fans, the zoo gets, packed every week almost, because the Highlanders, they really show some of that spirit, some of the fighting spirit that people like to see. And I think that this, Jamie Joseph, the first year back, I think this was. Second year back now is the first week. But like Jamie Joseph, has some time to work with through this talented group, and he will be able to polish them up into a much better team. Like overall, if you look at the stats, the Highlanders actually have, if you take the scoreboard out, actually has slightly better stats in terms of like discipline, in terms of tackling completion, and it's just, like they're not able to operate. And if you watch some of the tries they scored, they're just as brilliant as the Chiefs' tries. And they're just not able to operate at quite the same speed as the Chiefs. Some of the newer players still need some time to get used to the players that they're playing with. And then once they get that, that cohesion in play, that they can start building up the speed. They definitely has the talent there. And then they can get themselves in a much better spot next season. So yeah, if you're a Highlanders fan, they just resigned, Tava Nawai and Fabian Holland. So they're going to be staying for another couple of years. So there's going to be some very big consistency on the field as well. Gilbert came on the field tonight, did a really good job. I thought really made an impact play. He wasn't on last week, and the Highlanders just lost tightly to the Crusaders to a lot of missed goal kicks. And I thought Gilbert goal kicking was looking pretty decent. I know his goal kick wasn't that great previously, but looking pretty decent at the moment. Probably the best at the moment for the Highlanders. I was surprised that he wasn't on last week, but yeah, it's good to see that he came on and made a big difference tonight. And outside of that, Tupaya, there was a bit of a concern. He went down. I watched I rewinded and didn't look like he got hit very hard or anything. Ethan DeCruz literally just laid on him and clean out. And sometimes I thought, oh, maybe that's because he maybe he twisted his leg or something. They didn't show any replay, but it really didn't look like much. And yeah, turned out he's alright. He's probably just got a bit of a knock on his head. So that's really good to see. Tupaia, someone that, has been out for a long time with a leg injury from Darcy Swain. Really poor stuff back then. And good to see him back in such a great form. I really don't want to see him injured again for long term. So it's good to see him there on the bench with a bit of a cut on his eye, and he's just going to be all right. Probably got a bit of a knock on the head from a bit of a Glasgow kiss, I think they might call it, from Ethan de Groot. That's about it. Yeah, it is not too bad overall. So good news there. Yeah, the Chiefs looking quite good. Minor premierships. Congratulations, and Highlanders looking promising for the future. Let's have a look at the match stats of the game. 3 tries to 6, 457 run meters to 574 for the Chiefs. Like I said, 34 defenders beaten for the Highlanders over Chiefs 27. If you look at the little stuff, you take out the first maybe 20 minutes with the Chiefs just absolutely dominated. The Highlanders actually, you could argue that the Highlanders won the rest of the game. 15 turnovers conceded for the Highlanders, then the Chiefs 13. 121 tackles made Highlanders, 27 missed tackles, 141 tackles made by the Chiefs, 34 missed tackles. That is pretty high. McMillan will probably be, sending out some warnings after this sort of tackle rate for the Chiefs. 26 kicks in play for the Highlanders, 33 for the Chiefs. 2 missed conversions by DMAC. 633 kick meters for the Highlanders, 974 for the Chiefs. I've got 3 line-out loss for the Highlanders. Tupou just once again outstanding this week. 3 tries, hat-trick Vai. Outstanding, absolutely outstanding. I think he's probably currently the number 1 lock in New Zealand right now, right? It's definitely better than Scooty Barrett, and yeah, I don't see Tupou being ahead of him either. I think he's definitely number 1 lock, right? Let me know your thoughts. And then there's 14 and 0 for the Chiefs. Scrum quite even overall, 6 0 and 4 and 0. I thought Ethan the Group probably had a little bit of edge there, but not too much to get repeated penalties or anything like that. 6 penalties conceded by the Highlanders, much better discipline than the Chiefs. 12 for the Chiefs and 1 yellow card for the Chiefs as well. There was a high shot. It was the softest high shot I've seen. It's a clean out, and then it was the prop went in and just literally didn't even look like there was any head contact at all. And the referee, the TMO, insisted that it was head on head. And I mean, if you have to pause, if you show the replay and then you have to zoom in to see the head contact, I think that's probably the line you need to draw, that this should just be overlooked. It's just not really enough of an incident for it to be even that'll just be, it should just be immediately ruled low danger and just move on, right? The TMO should just, that should be the call, right? Instead of zooming in, slow motion, oh there it is, a tiny contact to the head, and I think that should be the line. If you have to zoom in and slow mo to show the head contact, it's already low enough to be, that's already enough mitigation to say that this is low danger to just not stop the game. I think that it was a little bit disruptive there. Anyway, let's have a quick recap of the points summary. Yeah, so 3 minutes into the game, the Chiefs started off absolutely firing. 3 minutes into the game, they basically carried on what they were doing against the Moana Pacifica. A little bit of a kick behind by Sotoro. And Nanae Sotoru, I think, is it Sotoru or Sotoro? Anyway, a little bit of a kick behind to Rona, who got the bounce. And then he kind of ran through and inside ball to Finau and went in for the try. 7 points to nil. 10 minutes in the game, again, just really nice speed and flat passes, just sucking defenders in, and then the ball went out wide. The ball got pretty close, and then eventually Tupou Vai pick and drive with some help from his mates from behind. 20 points to nil to the Chiefs. 12 minutes in the game, they were putting a lot of pressure on Cameron Miller, the number 10. There was a big shot on hang on, Cameron. Yeah, there was a big shot on Cameron Miller. He knocked the ball, kind of popped out in his hand, up in the air, and then Tupou Vai got the knock up and ran through for the try. 19 points in the and second try for Tupou Vai. 29 minutes in the game, the Highlanders finally get themselves back, you know, kind of like regard themselves. It was a big injury break for Tupaya. So there was about probably about 10 minutes, maybe 5-10 minutes break because Tupaya was on the ground. Highlanders kind of regathered themselves. They got a penalty advantage. They just crashed themselves through the middle of the field. And then eventually with some power, Ethan de Groo drives himself over for the try. 7 points to 19. After this, there was a yellow card. Like I said, really, really soft to the Chiefs. 38 minutes in the game. Again, some nice hands down the sideline. And the Highlanders down one side. And they were able to keep the ball in play. And then crash down center field. And eventually the ball went out to Tavatava Nawai, who had a defender on him. I saw he spun, dunked the ball over for the try. 14 points to 19 halftime, and Highlanders back in the game. But unfortunately, immediately from the kickoff, the Chiefs had a line out, and then they went for a maul, and then the hooker peeled off on the maul, and they just passed the ball to the short side to Rowe, who ran down the sideline for the try. The 14 points to 26. 58 minutes into the game, there was some good pressure. 50 minutes into the game, there was a penalty to the Highlanders. They kicked 3, 17 points to 26. I thought this was a bad idea, to be honest. I thought, because they were still pretty far behind, like 46 points, 14 points to 26, 17 points to 26 is not really that close. And he still got like most of the game still left, like 30 minutes left on the clock. So yeah, anyway, they kicked 3 points there. 58 minutes in the game. Again, some good pressure from the Chiefs. Penalty advantage. The ball kind of like, again, the piling in on one side of the field. A lot of defenders got sucked in. The ball came out. Good over-the-top ball to Matalea from the Western Force. Went in for the try into the corner. 17 points to 33 for the Chiefs. 64 minutes of the game, Damien McKenzie's like, yep, I want to take some more points as well. The Chiefs kicked 3, just trying to wind down the last bit of their season. 17 points to 34, just trying to manage themselves, keeping themselves ahead. 69 minutes of the game, it looked like the Highlanders had a score. There was, again, some pressure, center field, inside the 22. There was long pass where from Gilbert, I think it was. Yeah, from Gilbert, and Ben O'Keefe said it was forward. This did not look forward at all to me, but it was on the field and like right where the ball was past that. 72 minutes of the game. Again, Talea, there was a nice little kick through from, again, the Highlanders were putting some pressure on. There was a little grubber kick behind from Talea, and the Gilbert ran through, just full speed ahead. Clear distance between him and the players behind him. Scooped out the ball for the try. 24 points to 34. And then there was again, 76 minutes. Gilbert did a really nice play. He ran through and kind of made a half break, and he popped the ball in field to the number 9, the reserve number 9 for the Highlanders. And he was Lennox. Yeah, Lennox. I think it was Lennox. Was it Lennox? Yeah, Lennox. He went through and then he got tackled and flipped tackled, held up by his opposite number, Cortez Ratama. At 80 minutes in the game, the Chiefs, the Highlanders really tried to get one more try before the end of the season. There was a goal line dropout, and they tried to do a short goal line dropout. The ball was knocked up in the air and then backwards. The Highlanders knocked it backwards, and Tupavai saw this coming, was in place to catch the ball, knocked back from the Chiefs, from the Highlanders, and went in for the try. 41 points to 24. Nice, easy win, and great finish to the season to the Chiefs, to the mighty, mighty Chiefs. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later for more reviews. Cheers.